Right. It's already 9 minutes past 8, so we are going to start. So once again, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Um, okay. So to everyone present, we want to say a very big welcome, and we are going to conclude our module tonight. I'll quickly share my screen. So I'm going to. So this is what we'll have to do tonight. Based on what we have, we are to look at the modeling of 3D structures and then the analog generation, minimization, and optimization. So we'll see how we can be able to achieve all this tonight. And I know it's very much possible. So we shall look at the modeling of 3D structures. Already before now, okay, let me appreciate all of you who did the assignments. I must confess that all the assignments I received today, we are well drawn, and they were well drawn as if we hired the service of an expert. So invariably, we are all expert now. You know, those structures we are tasking, and you have to think of where am I going to start. But I know you started somewhere and you arrived somewhere. So if you can draw those complex structures, that simply means there is no structure you cannot model when it comes to structural representation. So what do we mean by modeling of chemical structure, 3D modeling? When we talk about 3D modeling, what comes to our mind is making a chemical structure, to become to possess all the necessary criteria, the properties, features that qualifies it to be a chemical structure. So when you draw any structure, those structures you are drawing they're already in 2D. So they will be in 2D. And we don't work with 2D structures. When it comes to chemical structures, we work with 3D structures. And that is why even in our molecular docking, before we convert our 2D structures to 3D, and that can be done using Open Babel. And that is why when you are drawing your structures, you have to now take it to 3D. So let's open our 3D software. The 3D comes together with your ChemDraw. So just type Chem3D. Chem3D. So can we do that together? Search in your Windows search, type Chem3D. You will see Chem3D Pro. Don't bother about this one. This is the one I use. So Chem3D Pro, you open it. So the software we open, that is what we use to model 3D. So with this Chem3D, you can now model your 3D structure, use it to minimize and optimize the energy of that 3D structure. So can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the Chem 3D, and I believe you have also opened yours. So that is what we shall be using tonight. So our business tonight is now to generate analogs. So when we generate analogs, we model those analogs and use them for our work. So today's training, this is what we shall be doing for today. I put up this analog. So this is a structure. This is a structure, and this structure is propylene. That is a 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, while trying to open the completing, it is showing enable hardware acceleration, disable. I have reached this, which answer should I click on?
Okay. Try and be audible so I can hear you clear. Is it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you louder now.
I said I am trying to open the Chem 3D, but it is showing me some items to select. That is number one, enable hardware acceleration when available. Enable hardware acceleration when available and make this default setting. Then number two, disable hardware acceleration. And then lastly, I have read this, which is given that I should pick. Which one should I pick?
That is not supposed to be so. Can you share your screen? Let me see it. Are
Okay.
you joining with your laptop?
Yes.
Okay, share your screen. Let me see.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes.
Yes. Do you see what it's showing?
Yes. Click on choose enable. Choose the first one. Or did it come on default? You really want to choose that last one?
No, that is how it's done.
Okay, go back. Go back. Go
I
back.
chose the disable. The one the system came with. I just chose that disable, the last one. So I
Okay,
chose.
that's
This
what I
one,
wanted to know. Okay, it came with the
Yeah.
system like already
Yes.
default like that. Oh yeah, click
It came.
on I have read. Yeah, choose I have heard. I've read, and then okay. Yes. All right, no problem. So you are good to go.
thank you, sir.
All right. All right, thank you. So we'll see what we can achieve quickly tonight, and I'm coming. I want to open up the files that we shall be using to work tonight. All right. So let me share my screen right away. So as part of our assignments, we shall see how we can be able to generate up to 5,000 analogs. Now, the essence of analog is optimizing a lead. So when we have already talked about that so many times. When you have a lead, there is a need for you to optimize that lead. Generate, in fact, lead optimization is a vital step in drug discovery. It is after you have done your lead optimization that now you go back to your wet lab for validation. That's when you now do your synthesis or your synthesis, because once you have optimized a natural product, you are no longer going to isolate that optimized product, but you are going to now synthesize it, because what you have optimized now is no more in that plant again. That chemical entity is no more in the plant. You have optimized and you have gotten a better result. So it is no more in that plant. So this is what I was able to put up. I was able to put up this, and we'll use that for today's training. Now, let me just explain this. If you want to achieve a very large compound, I did this. It was a work I did for somebody's project work. So I'm using it just to explain. So this is a compound. This is the compound. So this compound now is what we want to optimize. So I discovered the positions for the optimization, R1, R2, R3, R4 for number 2. So each of them has 5 stream A, E, stream A to E, A, B, C, D, E. Then number 3 is also another position. You see that is that same structure, structural propylene, 125 trihydroxy 910 anthracene-dione. So it's a derivative of alizarin under the family of anthraquinone. So it's still a novel compound, and we wanted to explore on it. So here I had to alter these 4 positions, and in the second aspect, I changed the positions 1, 2, 3, 4. I altered it. Then I created another one too. So I created this up to 10. I did 10. So this is 11. 11 minus the original compound. So I created 10 different positions. 10 different positions that I created. I was able to obtain 10 different positions. So for this, that is what you are going to do in your project. So you're going to create up to 10 different positions. You will choose any compound of your choice. You can even pick up a drug. You can pick up a drug of interest, and you want to optimize it. Like I've seen what somebody did. Some persons did some work on aspirin. Some did on morphine and others. So you can optimize them. You can do that optimization. So imagine that we have 10 different positions, and now this is the scheme. This is the scheme we built for those 10 different positions. Now we have stream 1, that is it, stream B, C, D, E. Now remember what we discussed, that for this first stream, since I have 4 positions, I will do 4 factorial. So for my first, for number 2, we have A to E. So only number 2A. So all of them is the same A to E, but different position. So if you are working with this number 2 first, that means we shall draw for number 2A. When we are done with 2A, we come for 2B. When we are done with 2B, we enter 2C. When we are done with 2C, 2D, and 2E. Now, it means that we are going to create a permutation table for this A. So since I have 4 positions, that means 4 factorial is, we calculated it to be 4 factorials, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, that is 24. So for number 2A, you have 24 different compounds. So you can name it 2AI, 2AII, 2AII, up to or 2A1, 2A2, 2A3, up to 2A24. Then you come to the B, the same thing to 24. So for number 2, we can generate 24 for A, 24 for B, for C. So 24 times 5, you have generated 120 compounds. 120 compounds for just that A. And then if you can times it by 10, that is for all the different positions. We have generated 1,200 compounds. And that is very good. That is very, very good. So you need to picture this, and that is what we'll be doing in your project work. So now imagine that yours was 5 positions. Mine is just R1, R2, R3, R4. So imagine that the compound you are using, you got up to 5 positions. That means you are doing 5 factorial, 5 times 4, times 3, times 2, times 1, which is 120. So for this number 2 now, if you have 5 alkyl positions, that means for your A, you have 120, for B, 120, for C, 120. So 120 times 5 is 600. That means for only number 2, you are going to generate 600 compounds. Then for number 3, you're generating 600 compounds. That is if you're making use of 5 positions. So by the time you do 600 times 10, you have generated 6,000 compounds. So that was why I said you shall focus on at least 5,000. So will it be difficult? Do you think it will be difficult?
Yes, sir.
Well,
So I don't understand.
let's get it right. Get it very clear.
I don't understand what you are saying, sir.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay. Let's start with now. Let me come back to my screen so that I will regulate this time. I want us to get it. Then I will start showing you what to do.
My question is basic. It's not even as advanced as what you are doing right now. It's something we did before, but I didn't understand.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. The R1, R2, R3 positions that we're optimizing. What is the reason? How do we choose this particular side chains? What fuels or what fits our decision to put a particular chain in a particular position?
Okay, that is a very wonderful question.
Because you gave us the example. So when I did my own assignment, I just used similar compounds that you use. But what will make us choose a particular side chain that's what we want to use in those positions? What informs that decision?
Yes. What will inform your decision is those broad-light features, those pharmacophoric features. So there are features that a compound should possess, and these features will help this compound to interact effectively with a receptor. So we want to see if we include these features to a compound, I think these features can help that compound. All right.
Okay.
So what are those features that we felt if we include? Now, not that the compound itself was not, the compound might even be an effective binder. It may have effective binding, but we want to see, can we improve it? That is the optimization. Can we improve it? Can we have a better version of it by including some of these features that we also help improve the efficacy? So you now begin to think, which one will I put? There are thousands of those features. You can narrow down to just the pharmacophoric features, whereby you make sure you put some groups of compounds that can provide hydrogen bond. They can make it become hydrogen bond acceptor. Some you provide the ones that will make it a hydrogen bond donor, some will provide hydrophobic regions by
Yeah.
putting halogens ahead.
I remember now. You actually told us in pharmacophore something.
Yeah.
I just remembered again. Thank you.
So you're applying it here now. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Who else?
Yeah. So next question. Maybe to make it clearer for everybody, let's start from the your heat. That's the first compound here on the screen. I
Yes.
believe that's your lead. That's your lead now. Now you want to optimize it and make it a better drug candidate. Am I right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we have also identified the fact that we are going to be adding some functional groups. So
Yeah.
the functional groups that are going to be adding, those are the functional groups that you listed below at the bottom of the slide, I guess, right? Where we have those
Yes.
options.
Yeah.
So if those are the functional groups, then we now determine what is going to be the location of those functional groups.
Yes.
Am I right? So maybe you help
Yeah.
us to highlight those locations where those functional groups are going to be so that we can follow you systematically. We are assuming that we know all of these things at your level, and that is what is causing this confusion. So if you can get the location of those functional groups on your lead, and then we can now start doing permutations to be generating the variants.
Yes.
Then make it be clearer.
Okay. All right. Do you mean I should do it for this training, or I should do it for your project?
Well, I believe you want us to take it up as a project. For us to take it as a project, we have to understand the modus operandi. That is how it is done. So maybe
Yes.
if you
All right.
because if you choose that first compound, that is your heat, and that is your lead. You want to optimize it to get as many compounds as possible with better drug-like features. What is going to be the location of those the point of our that we are going to perturb, and what are we going to perturb those points with in terms of location or sites on the molecule?
All right. So let me quickly attend to that. So look at the first one is my lead. So the first one is my lead, right? We can see it clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So now this
Yes,
lead
yes.
has diverse empty. There are points where I can attach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are diverse points where I can attach, but just most times these points might even have might be the same. Might be symmetric from our previous training, but I'm not going to speak from previous training because not everybody here attends all our training. Now, so from this number 1, which is my lead, I was able to develop number 2. Number 2, now you can see where I put my R1, R2, R3, R4, meaning that these are the points where I'm going to put in my substituents, the features I want. So for this, my number 2 structure, I'll put whatever be my R1 in my stream goes to this R1 position. Whatever be my R2 in my stream goes to the R2 position. Same applies to R3 and R4 for this number 2. So now so number 2, you have number 2 A to E. So A is a different stream, B is a different stream, C is a different stream, E to E, up to E are different streams. So I will just come back. So these are the stream now, A to E. So for that number 2 now, my I1 is H. So I'll put I1 H, R2, I'll put this, R3, I'll put this, R4 will be this. That is after I must have also permutate that number 2 to give me 24. So that number 2 will give me 24 structure based on the altering, because I will alter this R1. So R1 will not always be H. My R1 will not always be H. And it will not always be COCH3, because I'm going to use this A and create a 24 role permutation So whatever that permutation table gives to me, I think, let me just do that quickly. Okay, we all know. So whatever that 24 table gives to me, anything I see in arrow 1, that is what will be in this arrow 1. That is what I will use to replace my arrow 1. Whatever I see in arrow 2 will be here. Whatever I see in arrow 3 will be here. Same to arrow 4. So when I'm done with this number 2, you also developed. So I developed 10 different positions. So I just alter 10 different positions that will not repeat. So look at here now. I have to place, see how I place the R1, R2, R3. Maybe it depends on the structure. Your own structure may not give you up to 10 different positions because you have to check the empty spaces where I can bring the molecule. Now, even if it did not give you this position, you can still come to this OH and you can remove one of the OH. You can remove one of the OH and still replace it with something. So you can just make sure you achieve at least 10 positions. And you will not use 5 points. So you will not use 4 points. You have to use 5 points. So, but this is 4 points, but you have to use 5 points. So you can achieve large compound. So for this number 3 now, I've identified my R1, R2, R3, R4. So when I create my permutation table, so that same table now, because all of them will use the same permutation table. So that table I've created for A. If I check what is my R1, I will put it here. What is my R2 comes here. My R3, my R4 comes here. I also went further to number 4 and created another position. So I was not changing the positions to see that I have a large number of compounds. So in this case now, see how I place it. If you look at them, you see that I will send you this file. I will send this file to you. So if you look at them, you see that they are all of different positions. Here, R1, R2, R3, here becomes my R4. So whatever I have in the permutation table 2 is what I will be putting in place of the alkyls. So I created another one, another stream for number 5. The same thing I created for number 6. Now, but at the end, you see that maybe some might duplicate. It is possible there might be a duplication. So we can filter them out from the system. When we are done, we can handle that duplicate. We can remove a duplicate. Then I developed again for number 7. So at this time too, I changed the position. So that is what I did until I got up to 10, which is my number 11. All right. So now in each of this number, we are achieving A to E. So A, we have a stream. Since I'm using 4 position, A, we have a permutation table of 24. B, we have. C, we have. E, we have. So even you can even decide to also increase. Even you can work on 4. You can still work on 4 points, but then increase your stream. You can increase your stream. So here the stream is just changing the functional groups here. So I can build up to A to whatever. So maybe if you want to work with 4, let me say I have 10 stream now. So if I have 10 stream here, I have 5 stream. So but if you have 10 stream, maybe A to whatever up to 10, that means you are achieving 24 times 10. which is 240 for one, 240 times 10 also, 2,400. So if you are working with 4 points, it will be difficult to generate up to that 6,000 or 5,000. But if you are working with five locations with 5 schemes, then it's very easier. It's very easier. But whichever case you want to alter it, I just want to see up to 5,000 compounds. Yes, any other question?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir, I have like 2 questions. Question number one is that is this, sir? Sir, why do you have to optimize your lead compounds even if they have the highest rating score? Then another question is this: if you are optimizing your lead compounds, are you trying to improve the bioactivity or you are trying to improve the binding affinity? And after doing so, are you expected to run your molecular dating again? That is my question.
Okay, is a good one. I really love this session because, like I told us, everybody does docking and stops at docking MD. You barely see a paper that will tell about lead optimization. All what we do is I will keep recommending lead optimization, but we don't optimize. Now, the essence, even if your lead, even if that compound gives a binding affinity of -12, it is a process in drug discovery that you must optimize it, because giving a binding of 12, you check the ADMET properties. They may not be favorable. Okay, but let's assume that I have a compound. It gives me a good binding affinity. It was favorable in all the ADMET properties. Will I still optimize? Yes. You can optimize because in that process of optimization, you may achieve better results. You may achieve better results. You may end up even having a compound that is better, more preferable than your lead. Yes. So that stage, that stage is not negligible. You must do it because it's part of, it is the end point. It is the last stage in your, it is the last stage before you get to before you get to your preclinical trials. That is the last stage in virtual screening before you now go to preclinical trials. So you must do it. And while you are doing it now, you will see that after you have optimized, you don't know what you have done until you now subject all those compounds back. So that thing you did initially before you got your lead, you are going to now redo everything again with this your optimized compound. So if you did ADMET screening before docking, if you did toxicity screening before docking, you're also going to do them again with this optimized compound. So you're going to now screen them. You're going to screen the optimized compounds. You're going to do the ADMET. You're going to check which ones are favorable. Then you do redocking. You're going to redock. You're also going to redock again with the optimized compound. But you must find out that some of these optimized compound will be better than that lead. Some of us were there when we had a presentation last week Saturday. We had a presentation on pharmacophore. Yes, one of the presenter, I think the first presenter, Azoka Ogechi, our job was just to optimize with ChemStretch, but because he has participated in our training before on docking, he proceeded to docking. He docked the optimized compound. He discovered that some of the optimized compounds were better than the heat compound. I think the heat compound used was a hydrophytalin something. So I could not have that name by heart. But at the end, he saw that some of the heat compounds were even better than that lead. So you might be celebrating your lead or your heat. Sorry, it's not yet a lead, it's a heat. It is when you optimize your heat that you now get lead. So you might be celebrating your heat that is good, just try optimizing it. When you optimize it, you have a better result. It might be stressful, but that is the process.
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your explanation. Hello, sir.
Yeah, with you.
So it means if you were to use natural compounds, that is phytochemical compounds, and after performing dosing, and then you subject them to lead optimization, it means the original phytochemical compound you are using, they are no longer those that you are going to use in your lead optimization. That is, even the names will now be changed, right?
Yes. Now, if you are using natural product, you must define your goal. If your goal is to formulate that herbal product, then you don't have business with optimization. If your goal is to use that herbal material for formulation, you don't have business with optimization. Because once you have optimized, maybe you discovered camphorol, maybe that camphorol was found in moringa, and camphorol was part of your heat compound, and now you want to optimize to see if you can have a better camphorol derivatives. Now you now optimize and you obtain the acetoz 2-hydroxy camphorol. That acetoz 2-hydroxy camphorol is no longer found in that plant. So it means that there's no need for optimization. But if your goal is to discover a drug from that plant, is to isolate or synthesize. In fact, even if you are doing isolation too, there's no need for optimization. If your goal is to just identify a lead compound from the plant, that by isolation, that means you don't need optimization. Because after you optimize, that one you optimize will no longer be in that plant. So if you are going to take the plant extract, looking for a way of isolating that your optimized compound, you are on your way to hell. Yes. So when do you do optimization? When your goal is to synthesize. So even if you have worked with moringa and you discovered camphorol, your goal now is I want to get a synthetic drug from camphorol. So that means you are going to optimize. So when you now optimize, you get a new compound. That compound is now called a semi-synthetic drug. That is where we have semi-synthetic drug that originated from a natural product, but we are optimized. So that becomes a semi-synthetic drug. You now go to lab and synthesize it. But those ones that are purely synthetic, they don't have trace with natural product. You can model, you can just on your own be joining benzene, joining chlorine and others just to build a molecule. Without trace, those are what we regard as synthetic molecules. Then at the end, when you have built that molecule, you do their docking, you will see that you use your hand, you created this compound by yourself. There was no natural, it was not a natural product from any natural source. You built it yourself. Those ones are the synthetic drugs. So if your goal is synthesizing, then you must optimize. If your goal is isolating that pure compound from the plant, you don't need to optimize. If your goal is to formulate to herbal product, you don't need to optimize. All right. I'm glad we are getting it clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. That is the most important thing. I always tell people that is the practical, the hands-on is not difficult. The main thing is
Yeah.
Wow.
the knowledge behind what you are doing. That is just it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
thank
that's
you, sir. Okay. Okay, ma. Go on, ma.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Prof.
just
Okay, Prof,
I'm,
go on.
I'm appreciating the principles behind this thing. You know, it's very easy to be like a technician. You just know how to use the software, you can do this. But if you don't know, if you don't understand the thinking behind
Good,
this,
good,
there's
good.
no way you
Yes.
can make good progress. You know, you just be doing, not really
Doing
moving
what you
forward.
don't know.
But yes, so I'm so happy that you explained it like this. I mean, what's the point of optimization when the optimized compound cannot even be found in your natural product? And what you want to do is to produce something natural. So
No, no, no.
I'm so happy with this explanation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
so happy. Because my question has been answered 100%. So, synthetically speaking, now we must optimize. I
Good.
wonder, majority of people they are doing optimization and MD simulation without go to the lab and synthesize the particular drug candidate. So, there's a clear distinction between formulation, isolation, and the last one. So, they
Yeah.
are not the same thing. Depends on
Yeah.
your motive. The motive.
What's your
They
motive? Yeah,
do
that is it.
exactly what you are doing.
What do you
Majority
want?
of
But
people
there,
don't know what they are doing.
but there's
They don't
something
know what
else
they are
too.
doing.
There's
Okay.
something
Yeah,
else.
prof.
One person cannot do everything. If you
That
do
is it.
in silico, if you do in silico and you discover your lead compound and you even go ahead and optimize and get your lead compound, let somebody else be going to the lab to do anything else now. Must you do everything? You can what
Yes,
I'm saying
prof.
that you can go ahead
Yes.
and optimize and do all these things. Then let somebody
Yes.
else pick it up from there.
Okay. Prof. Prof,
Sir.
uh, the point is very clear. Yes. Someone can pick it up. But why is it that? Why is it that? Because we have this idea of someone can pick it up. It will now make us that we have discovered 1,000 lead. Okay, maybe all my papers are based on in silico. I have published 100 papers on in silico. I have 100 leads. Who am I leaving it for? What
You,
effort have I
you,
made?
you have
What
a point.
effort
You
have I
leave
made? Yes, what effort have you made to at least
Ordinary
plan
paperwork.
to make that one, to make one, to make it useful.
Mm,
You keep publishing, getting lead,
mm,
It's rubbish.
mm. And you are not leading. No
They are not
translational
leading.
research.
wow, wow,
You,
wow.
you tell us that that last year I did the work, I covered the lead. Then
Yes, yes.
next I did the work, I covered the lead.
Mm, mm,
10 years I did the work, I had a lead.
mm,
Can't you look for a team? That's okay. I have so many leads, so let us
mm.
do something with this lead.
They are
That's
not
true.
solving
That's
environmental problem at all.
true.
I think the problem that you are highlighting is a very, especially those that the question asked by Prof. It's a very germane question, especially as it relates to developing countries. For the developed countries, that problem is not as big as what we have here because there is a very strong synergy between research and the industry.
Hmm.
A lot of lead compounds that are developed, on the in silico or in the lab, there are companies that are there waiting in the pipelines, right, to transform that into drugs, into products. Yeah, and as we all know, this is very expensive and highly technical. And most of what is required, in translating our lead into drug candidates and eventually drug for clinical application,
Ah,
it takes a lot of time. Thank God for in silico methods. It's getting better now. But if you are to go through the traditional drug discovery process, we are talking about 15, 20 years, billions of dollars. Number one, in Africa, we want immediate results. Number two, we don't have the kind of resources that we need to develop most of those leads into drugs. So again, And that is why, you know, if you want a result for you, if you have, you know, invested so much time in developing a lead and you don't want it to just die at the level of lead, you may have to be on your own, you know, promote it to a level that has enough credibility that people will have that trust and confidence that this is likely to yield a product. And again, mind you, the attrition rate in drug development, I'm sure our teacher will tell us that is as high as 70%, which means almost 7 out of every 10 drugs that we develop will not even make it beyond what's it called, phase 2 trial. So then that is also another issue. So it's a big problem, you know. So I don't have a solution to it, but it is what it is.
Something just came to my mind now, but it's not scientific. I am interested a lot in herbal medicine. I mean, natural products. I'm very interested in natural products. What came to my mind just now is, if God has already put the compounds in a plant, what do you want to optimize again? What do you want to optimize more than God? So maybe that is why there's no point in natural products. There's no point going forward because you won't even find it. But it just came to my mind that how can you make better something that God has already put in a particular way?
But you would have joined us in this macrognosy training. Chai, you missed a lot.
It's because if you know how many, you know, I was taking 2 of your trainings and then 1 of Genomat. I'm just one person. I couldn't cope.
Yes.
That's why I wasn't able to cope. I just managed to finish the other one.
Okay. I think
I'll join the next one.
Okay.
The best way now is formulation, purely pharmacognosy. That's the best way now.
So that is I see. That is what I'm telling everybody. Let us leave.
Somebody like me, you know, have the opportunity of interacting with both sides of the divide. The divide that is promoting natural products and the divide that is promoting synthetic products. Yes, no doubt about it. The natural product is a very, very good source of drug development. No doubt about it. As I said yesterday, what was relegating natural product to the background was the seemingly, dark way that people used to, promote or study natural products. It wasn't that scientific, and there were issues of safety, you know, especially, I mean, I'm also a medical doctor. I'm from the clinic side. I mean, talking about standardization, safety, these are issues that were not really addressed. But again, with the development of these tools, with the availability of these tools now, maybe, you know, the acceptance of natural products into clinical practice, maybe it can begin, you know, to be promoted to another level. But the way it was before, nobody in the clinic want to hear about natural products.
Yeah.
Sir, it's not exactly like that too. I did a lot of work with animals, with mice, with fish, with insects, and then we give them these natural products and they see the reaction. So it's not clinical. Like we didn't try them on human beings. But you know, we do a lot of animal trials. A lot of animal trials are out there. So we already know the toxicity of certain things. We know their efficacy. So that this stuff are not worked on, that these natural products are not worked on. It is a lot of work with animal studies, a lot that you can understand about the toxicity.
Yes,
you know,
yes, but before any, but you have to understand that before any drug can be allowed, you know, for clinical use, it has to go require clinical trial. Results of animal studies is not enough for any drug to be approved for clinical use.
I know, it's because doctors don't want to accept.
No. This is not about doctors.
No, that's the fact. That's the fact.
No. This is not about doctors. As I said,
that was the clinical trial.
again, as I said, I have the opportunity of interacting with the two sides of the divide. I mean, look at about 30% of drugs in clinical use today are derived from plants. So a doctor that is saying that plant is useless is an illiterate as far as drug development is concerned. As I said, the major issue before, where people were pessimistic about drug, was the way that drug development was done. I'm not talking about what is being done now. I'm talking about what was done decades ago. There was it wasn't that the scientific rigor was not that good. It was not good enough to get that confidence about safety. That's when you are doing drug development. Number one is safety. Yeah. But again, with what is going on now, when we are able to do our lead, right, we are able to, present all our data to doctors. Are not the one approving drugs. It is FDA, the regulatory body. Once the regulatory body approves it, whether the doctor likes it or not, he has to use it. So this should not be placed on the table of the doctors. No. What we have to do is to continue to improve our research so that whatever product that is coming out from us will be waterproof in terms of safety. And when we present it for approval and it gets approved, whether the doctors like it or not, they are going to use it.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I love this webinar.
We are going to speak more. Like I told us in the training yesterday, that I will definitely change what I have for February.
Doctor, you are a special doctor. I have doctors around me. They don't want to hear anything about herbal medicine. They don't want to hear.
I've told you, yes.
You are a special doctor.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you that there are doctors that don't have the kind of knowledge that is required to assess herbal medication. And let me tell you, ma'am, again, we are doing a lot of enlightenment even amongst my colleagues. Now, for you to know, in my own medical school, right? About 2 or 3 years ago, we started developing a curriculum of including herbal medication practice into the curriculum of medical students. I'm from OAU. That is going in collaboration with the UI.
The great effect.
So again, it's a process in progress, right? But as I said, what we that are doing herbal products, we need to up our game so that whatever we are presenting has enough scientific content that nobody will be able to puncture, that will guarantee safety.
That's why we are following Dr. Henry. That's why we are here. That's why we are doing all this training to make it,
Please,
to up our game.
Who is with our bell? Help us having the bell. Yeah, we have great scholars. If we leave us, we will talk like this. Maybe let me plead. Professor Olabi wrote me. What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We thought behind the screen tonight. Behind the scene.
No wahala, sir.
So we already know what we want to do, so there's no need for me to even do anything.
No, we don't know what we want to do. Please go on with the training. That's why we are here.
So what we do was,
can you go back to this permutation? How you use
yes, I like Salusi, please. So now, since we have been able to develop our positions up to 10 different positions, that was done manually. Then we are going to develop our permutation table. So for A now, this is for A. We'll develop to. I will just do for A. Why? I'll just show you the way. Why when you have your time, you finish it up. So this is for A. So for this A now, I'm going to develop the permutation for A, and that will give me 24 because To avoid repetition, so we give it 24. We'll use the help of AI to do that, as we have said before. You can use let me just use ChatGPT. So I will tell him to give me the permutation table of this. Provide. Let me see this prompt. Provide the provide the permutation table. What is happening? Okay, I'm coming. So I will just say provide the permutation table of this. So I paste it, and so let it be in tabular form. So I'll just say in tabular form, so I can copy the table. Okay. So we are working with this now. We are working with this. We are working with this now. So you can see that this is for A. So this remains for A. We have for B. We have for C and for D. So you can repeat this for A, for B, for C, and for D. So if so this for A now, we shall come back. So when I'm done with 2A, I shall do my 2B, do for 2C, and for 2E. So the same way, if you are done with the A, so now this table for A will be used for all the A's. The table for B will be used for all the B's and all the C's. So let's quickly now dive in. So let's draw the lead. We can draw this lead first. So in each case, we'll be generating. Let us generate. In each case, we will not generate their smile code. We generate their structure and the name. The smile code, we can easily convert the structures now to smile code. So we'll just be generating their name. So what I will do now is, let's draw it. I have this. So I'll keep mine at 100% so that it will be clear. So I have this empty one here. Then another benzene. Okay. Then my symbol bond here. So this is the parent chain I'm drawing. So it will just be like you are copying the parent chain. But please, none of you will use this my compound though. And none of you will use my scheme. Develop a different scheme entirely. So this is my O and the OH. So after now, for those of you who are good at dotting, let's begin to change our papers now. So it's very good. There is something. In fact, there's something I'm praying if our institution can be doing it. Already, the very school close to our institution, that is in over here, Federal Polytechnic, Nekede, we had a meeting. The research directorate, what she's doing now is that she's collaborating with industries around us. We developed a scheme called AIP, Academic Industry Partnership. So so that as we research, as we have our research in the academy, then we'll meet the industry, see what we have. And that means we'll be solving their problem, because we look at the problem the industry is having, they will solve their problem through our lab, our bench work. Then from there, they can do their pilot scale, they can scale it up. So such idea can be good, because I believe that some of us very soon will become VCs in our various institutions, like Professor Adiola now. I believe very soon she will become the VC.
I don't be so. Ah,
If I thought she's not, some of you are VC, but you are just guiding yourself. You don't want to tell us.
it's another matter. Oh, no, 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 no.
All right. So now that we have this one now, we will not come back to this. So copy it. You have to just copy it. So I will not do all. I will just do one or two. Copy and paste. So once you copy and paste, it will appear like this. Now, so at this point now, identify your R a position. So I have this. I have this. I have this one. And my R4. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4. So what happens is I will now use, so let me generate, I don't need to generate name for this one because it's not even part of what we are doing. So, but you can still generate the name. You can generate the name and keep it. You can generate the name and keep it. Then for this now, you go to that your table. So R is H. You quickly pick up R1, H, R2, COCH3. So that is so I need to put another one here, another one here, double bond. So here becomes my O, and here is my CH3. Then my R2 chlorine. So I'll come to R3 chlorine. Then my R4 COH. So COH. One might ask me, why can't I just type it? Must I show the structure? Because would you mind we just type COH?
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask you this question, that whether we can just put COOH. Is
Oh
it the
my
something,
God.
sir?
Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. But that is not the structure. That is not the structure. But no, I won't like you to do that. Let's do the right thing. So it might stress you, but let's do the right thing. So I have to put my COH. Okay. Salusi, what do you think?
Sir, I think we should try both the two so that we find their names and see if the names could be the same.
No, their names will be the same, I know.
If the name could be the same, so sir, why should we stress ourselves up?
Okay, this man. All right.
I think to show the hydrogen bond donor and acceptor separately for proper interaction.
Yes.
The carbonyl and the OH separately.
You need to just because they are the one. But even if we keep them together condensed, the functional group is still there. So let me try what Salusi, that idea, it will help some of you, but I won't like it to, please. COCH3. Then this one, COOH. All right, so let me generate the name for this first. Okay. Then let me come for this. Generate the name for this. So I will allow us to judge. Let me maximize the screen. So let's judge. Are they the same? Can you see it?
It's like they are all the same.
They are the same.
They are the same. They are the same.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me allow you now to make the journey free for you. There's no problem.
But sir, the last the first day we started training, it's like you were having issues of generating names from the structure for different structures at some time. But today I can see that you can generate the names for each structure at some time.
It was ChemSketch that was unable to give us names for large structures. Or you mean when we started this training, this one?
Yeah, on Wednesday, it's like if you want to generate the name from this structure for another structure, let's assume we have two structures like this. If you have already generated name for the first structure, then for you to generate the name for second structure, it's like I could get like you were having problem. Like you have to at least delete the first one before you can generate another name. I don't know if I was the one getting it wrong that first day.
Maybe God has helped us, whichever be the case. All right. So now that I have this, I can copy also. I can copy. See, let me give you a trick. I wanted not to say this. For you to highlight, you have to use your marquee and move around. But it's very easy.
Yes.
See the trick. If I want to highlight, watch. If I click on my marquee, the marquee is highlighting the last one that was drawn. But if I want to highlight, this first one now, it's very easy. Click anywhere on that first one. Anywhere, click. Once you click anywhere, click outside. Then go to your marquee. Click your marquee. Marquee will select it.
Okay.
So it will save you that stress of, because you may have compounds that are very close, condensed. If you want to start making sure you select them, to be very difficult. Just click on that one you want to select anywhere at all. Once you click outside, then click your marquee fast. It will select it. So now that means I have done. Yes.
Why selecting? What happens to the name? The name is now moving together. Why copying it?
Okay, yes, the name is different from the structure. So why copying it, the name will not copy as well.
But while generating the structures, we have to move them to somewhere as we progress. So how do we do that? Copying both the structure.
Okay, no, moving them to ChemDraw now, to 3D. You will not move the structure and the name together. You move them separately. Okay. Yes.
It's okay.
Right. So I will just do 1, 2, 3, and we proceed for the 3D modeling. So now for me to do the other one, I will click here, I'll click outside, then my marquee, I will copy and paste. So both of them will be together. I will drag one down. So at this point, what am I changing? So at this point, I'm changing my age remains my age. 2 remains my 2. So I'm only changing 3 and 4. So I'll come to 3. Okay, I'll come to my 1 remains the same, my 2 remains the same. So my 3 becomes COH, while my 4 becomes the Cl. So my 4 becomes the Cl, right? All right, so I will also generate the name for that. So you generate the name. So this is what you keep doing for all. So you keep doing this for all. The same way too, you want to do another one, which is, I said I will do up to the 3rd one. You copy and you paste. Then you drag the one you have pasted.
So why are you not pasting it?
In fact, see, let me give you a trick again. Yes, you have a question.
Yeah, I was saying that why do you paste it on the same structure that you copy instead of in the other side that you want it to?
Okay, if I'm copying the one I've done, it will be easier because I will not end up changing everything. I will change just few position. But if I work with the original one, the lead, I will end up putting R1, R2, R3, R4 afresh.
Yeah, so which will take time.
No, what I mean, no. So what I mean is you are pasting it on the same structure, and then you now drag. Why can't you paste it in other side?
Okay, that is how the software was designed. You don't choose where you paste it. You just copy and paste. It's not like you click for it to be pasted here. No, you just copy and paste. Once you paste, it will join, attach itself towards that first one. Then you now drag it out.
Okay, thank you.
Now let's try this thing. Why not? Instead of you copying, drawing, and generating name, why not you copy both the name and the structure? Once you copy the name and the structure, and then you paste, you will notice that once you are editing the name, once you're editing the structure, the name also will change. All right. Now you notice that, see what happened here? I copied both the name and the structure and I paste. Now, for this one now, once I am editing this structure, the name will change. So it will save you that stress of after you have drawn, you go back to generate name. So let's see how it works, if it actually works. The 3rd one, H, but here becomes my CL. So my number 2 becomes my CL. My number 3 becomes my COCH3. And my number 4 remains my COOH. So can we testify? Do you notice what was happening there?
The name changes automatically.
Yes. So I'm giving you 2 tricks without you paying for it.
So just like in finding the chemical properties in our previous class.
Right. Perfect. So I've given you 2 tricks without you paying for it. These are tricks reserved for we, the experts.
Which one is second one?
I won't tell you. I don't know again.
No, this one is automatically. Once you change the structure, the name too will automatically change. So which one is second one? Which one is trick?
No, the first one is how to select without using Matthew, without dragging, without highlighting the structure. How to select a structure without highlighting it.
Okay.
So let's assume that you did all this, and you did this this is for 2A now. Then you come again and develop for 2B. You do for 2B. if this sheet, if this canvas, if it's filled up, you do Control N, open another one. So if you are done with 2B, you enter, you develop the table for C. You do your 2C. Develop the table for E, for D. You do everything. Then you enter the next position.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
This 8 is confusing me. I don't. This is quite different from what we did in pharmacophore. That we had to just, we just generated for one structure, one scheme per one structure. But this A to E, I'm quite confused. I don't know if you could just demonstrate the 2B, so I would just see. I'm not quite getting.
Now, remember this table is for A. This table now is for A, and I developed 10 different patterns. I developed 10 different structural patterns. So we are working on structural pattern number 2. Number 2 have A to E. So under 2A, we have developed 24 possible structure of 2A. You will draw that 2A. Then we are done with the 2A. You develop for B. So let me copy the permutation for B. Let me copy the B, the one I developed for B. So this
sir,
is my
after getting the permutation for B, I will not come back to this same structure of this first analog.
Yes.
And repeat.
Yes. And do the same thing for B.
But that's just this first analog, right?
Yes. If you are done with B, you treat for C with this first one.
We just this first afterwards compare to E before now enter the second analog and do the same thing.
Good.
Yes. Please, Dr. Henry, please just drop the file for us, I beg. Like you promised, the file.
Maybe what I will help you to do, I don't want to be the one to choose your heat and position. So no, I will just share this file with you, so it will guide you. Okay, I will share this file with you.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
All right.
So this functional group, what criteria did you choose to choose them?
The criteria that they are pharmacophoric features.
Okay, for improving the binding affinity, right?
Yes.
That's not right. That's
Yes, sir. Dr. Henry,
Yes.
if I want to choose my own drug, for example, now, I can check the pharmacophoric feature on that particular drug. Maybe it's having just 1 or 2 hydrogen bond donor, then 1 hydrogen bond acceptor, no aromatic, no hydrophobic. I can now input my own functional group to correspond, just to make it more powerful.
Perfect.
All right.
But sir, could this also affect the bioactivity? Something like
that. Yes. Once you have put in something, it will also affect everything entirely.
Okay, because there was a time I was reading one research article with regards to improving acetylophenate. You know, acetylophenate it's kind of reliever, right? But it has a side effect of triggering ulcer. So I also it's that they remove some fragments, this functional group, and substitute with other functional groups, which will make it not triggering ulcer. So it means any drug that I take that is synthetic one, I should have to read about the literature on it, so that I should see what are causing the drug to be ineffective in producing social services, right?
Good. It will help you as a guide. Yes.
But Dr. Henry, you told us that it won't affect the admit properties or something like that.
No, how come?
No, it will, because you have altered the structure, So that means the admit, everything about that compound has also been altered. Now, mind you, we are not saying that all the optimized structure will be better than the lead. In fact, you may end up having that some of the optimized structure will even be worse. Even be worse than the.
Wow.
May I make a clarification?
Wow.
Yes.
Now, we have a lead. We have docked our lead. We have seen his strength and we have seen his weaknesses. I think, well, I mean, yeah, I think that logic will say that, okay, I've seen my lead. I want to make it better. I think that is the essence of lead
Yes,
optimization. Am I right? Good. If that's the
yes,
essence of lead optimization, it means that I have a goal in mind. I want to make my lead better. It means that
yes,
whatever I want to do to that lead must be goal directed. It must be goal oriented. So
yes,
the choice of my functional groups must be adding some values to my
yes,
theoretically to my lead to make it better. So
yes,
it means that I'm not just going to be using just any functional group that comes my way. I have to look at those functional groups that will address the particular properties that I want to make better in my lead. So the
yeah,
choice of my lead will be determined by the kind of value that I'm adding to my compound.
good, yeah.
That makes sense.
And because you have carefully added functional groups that will improve it, there is a room for validation to check if they were actually improved. That is why you
Exactly.
do with docking.
Of course, you have to give room for collateral damage
Uh-huh.
because when you
And
are
that is
trying
why,
because when you are trying to improve some properties by adding
uh,
some functional groups, those functional groups may by default be affecting some other properties of the graph. For example, I want to improve the oral bioavailability of my drug in terms of absorption. I'm adding, functional groups that will improve absorption. As I'm doing that, I'm changing the binding capacity of my lead with the receptor,
Wow.
and that means
Wow.
again
Wow.
affecting the
Wow.
docking. So that's why I said that
Wow.
the choice of your
Wow.
functional groups has to have a goal, and by the time you are choosing, you also have to have in mind the other properties of the drug that might be affected by the addition of these functional groups.
yes,
You
I
have to
know this
check.
is for teaching. I know this is for teaching purpose, and that is why we are doing it the way we are doing it. But in reality, I
yes,
want to believe that it's going to be it's going to come from a more careful selection of leads
very
that will be
careful. Yes, yes,
oriented.
yes, yes, yes. So at
And
the
since we are
end,
still going to validate,
uh,
since we are still
at
going
the
to
end,
validate, you will
uh,
not be sure whether whether the functional group that you added is changing
improved
something
it.
else like binding affinity.
Yes,
So you still check at the end of the day.
yes.
This
And
is
at the end of the
so
day, you might
so
at the end of the
complex.
day you may get one that are worse than the
That means we also have to know the chemistry of all those functional groups, what they are doing.
Yeah.
We said something
of course.
earlier, Dr. Henry, that
Yeah,
I think acetylsalicylic acid, the aspirin, that you change
yes,
some functional groups like COH
yes.
contributed
The
to the
bicycle.
toxicity of the drug. Then
Mm.
also made mention of some
By
amino group, the primary
yeah,
amine and secondary or tertiary, that some are or nitrogen containing group, some are toxic, make it to be more toxic than the other. So care must
yes,
be taken when selecting the functional groups.
yes. I'm putting up a material on uh uh about functional group in drug, the role of functional group in drug chemistry. So I'm trying to write that book, but I'm not done with it. So if
Okay.
I'm
So
done,
okay. So if I could remember of a time I shared one computer aided drug design with you developed by Indian Institute of Technology.
yes, yes,
It's like in that material we made mention of the function of any functional group. And so it is from that training that I was told that drug design is not a straightforward process. As we are
it's
trying
not.
to improve like oral bioavailability, just like what the Karotin said, then maybe the toxicity may come into play. As it's just
Good.
like it's not straightforward.
Yeah, it's very rigorous. It's very very rigorous. It needs consistency.
And even try and error method will be much.
Yes. Okay. So we have assumed that I have drawn my 5,000 compounds. Now, the next thing, then, now the next thing we do is to now
Minus
take
4.
them. Is for well, I'm seeing 5,000. So the next thing now is we are going to take them, each of them, to 3D, minimize and optimize, change their names. So follow me now. Open your 3D, your Chem 3D. Let's open the Chem 3D. So this is my Chem 3D.
I don't have the Chem 3D.
No, if you have ChemDraw, you have it. Just search Chem 3D in your Windows search.
I don't have Chem 3D because the version that I downloaded is an old version.
Is a fake version.
The one you gave us didn't download. I couldn't do it. So I'm using one old version like that.
Don't worry. When you recover from it, then you continue from here.
Yes.
All right. So now at this point, we'll be using this Chem 3D to model. So I will also model both the heat itself, because the heat will join in our validation for comparison. So how do? You select it using the short way I've showed you. Click on it, click outside, click on mark you, it will select. You copy it. Once you copy it, you come to this 3D and you paste. So if you paste, you can see it here now. You can see on the right panel, you see the normal 2D and then the 3D. So this 3D now, there are two things we'll do here. Number one, we are going to optimize it. So what we'll do is go to calculation. If you are with me, click calculation. We'll optimize and minimize it. So go to calculation, go to MM2. MM2 is a force field. You know, in Pyres uses a force field called universal force field, UFF, to minimize the energy. But ChemDraw uses MM2, which is a molecular mechanism 2. So it operates based on molecular mechanism. It will use that force field model to minimize the energy. The essence of minimizing the energy is to make that molecule to react faster. Because if a molecule has a lower this free energy, then the reaction is feasible, the interaction is feasible. So it can easily bind to a receptor, it can easily interact with the receptor. And that is why most of these docking tools has that platform where they minimize the energy. A higher energy will take time for the reaction to occur, because you need much energy for it to react. Until you generate that energy needed for the reaction, then the reaction will not occur. But when your energy is minimal, then it becomes easier to generate that minimal energy. So that is why we are going to minimize energy and then adjust the geometry. That is the optimization. You adjust the geometry to see that the spatial arrangement is in order. So once you click on calculation, once you click on calculation, you come down to MM2. Then on MM2, you see minimize energy. You see minimize energy. So you click on that minimize energy. So once you click on the minimize energy, it opens like this. So you don't need to do much work. You don't need to adjust anything. Just click on run. The next thing we do is to click on run. So if you click on run, this you see what is happening to the structure. If you can look closely, initially the structure changed as if it's dancing.
Or shrink a bit.
Yes. So it's trying to adjust. So that is running. Once it's done, look at my screen now. Can you look down below this white space?
Yes.
You can see total energy 13.7429 kilogram per mole. So it has been minimized, and at the same time, the geometry has been optimized. So the next thing now is to save it. So in saving it now, we save it as SDF. So we want to save it as SDF. So go copy the name, that name that was generated, copy the name, click on it and copy the name. If you copy the name, then come back to your Chem 3D, go to File. Once you click on File, click on Save As. Save As. Save As. I don't know, are you with me? Like, are you there with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you click on Save As, we are saving this as a structural file. So paste the name, paste that name you copied. Then mine is automatically showing SDF because I'm using it. But change your save as type. Save as type. Look for SDF. SDF file. Look at it here. SDF. Below the stringical mass, you see SDF file. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can see.
So use that SDF, then click on save. So once you click on save, okay, I didn't even take note of where I was saving it, but mine should be in my download. I would have taken note to where the directory where it's going to. So, but I think it's already in my download documents, whichever one. All right, so it's in my download. Mine was in my download. I would have taken note of it. Now, can you see the how?
So you can create a folder and name it in your compartment so that you'll be putting all the structures there, right?
Yes, yes. So now look at how the structure appears now. It looks like what I downloaded from Popkin.
Yes, from Popkin, yes.
But there is one more thing to do. If I open this structure in any platform that can visualize structure, like if I open it in Pyres or I open it in Discovery Studio, this name will not appear. Let me open it in Discovery Studio. If you don't have Discovery Studio, no problem. It's not a problem. But let me just show you something. Let me open it in Discovery Studio. You will see how it will appear. It will not show this name. So that means we'll have something else to do. We'll do something to it that will make it that anywhere it appears, the name will appear with it. So while that is opening, just give me little time. Just 1 minute. I'll be back.
Okay, sir. I can see my own 3D ChemDraw.
Okay. Okay. What do we observe from the screen?
It's showing it's not like, how do I explain now? I don't think we can make use of it in any visual software, I guess.
It's like it's
Fragment.
showing nothing, sir.
Yes, fragments.
No. What?
Yes, fragments. Yes, fragments.
So first, but fragment was not the name of the compound.
Yes, sir.
So even if I open Pirates, even if I open Pirates, I think, let me see. So I just want to get us exposed to this. So even if I open Pirates will tell me fragment or molecule. Let me see if I open my Pirates. 1,000 compound. All of them will be showing you fragment 1, fragment 2. So you'll not be able to differentiate which is which. So let me model another one. Let's go again for another one. So that will enable me to explain better. So if you are done with this one now, so we copied, paste, we went to calculation, we minimized the energy, then it also optimized, then we saved as SDF. So you come back, you do Control A and you delete it. So you go to the other one. You come
Control A for delete, right?
Yes, Control A will select everything on the 3D and you delete. So we can put in another one. So I copied the second structure. I go to my 3D, I paste. So once I paste, you can see the structure. Now look at what happened. You see, even though we use the condensed formula, but look at it, it still recognize it. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So even though we use the condensed formula, it was able to still recognize it and expand it normal. So the next thing you will do is go to calculation, go to MM2, minimize energy, then click on run. You see the structure will start to adjust itself. So this will run. Once it's done, it will show completed. So this is what you do for all your compound. I think we are now getting it right a bit. So it has been optimized, calculation completed. You copy the name. Once you copy the name, you go to file, repeat everything you have been doing, save as, then you paste the name. Already there will be no need again for you to be changing here, because once you have done first or second, it will just remain as structural data file by default. Then mine is going to my download. I click on save. So I've saved. The Pirates I opened, I've not loaded. Why? Okay, Pirates is still on the way coming. All right. So okay. So if I go back to my download, I will find the other one. So this is the other one. If you also open it, it will still show you fragment. It will still show you fragment. So now you will not be able to recognize which is which again. So while Pirates opens, Pirates will still show you the same thing, fragment. So what do I do? Who has idea? What do we do? Let me see if at least some of us may have the idea. Yes, who knows what we can do?
Don't know.
What's the question?
After modeling my structure and saving it with the name, if I open it in my discovery studio to view the structure, it will show me fragment. This is the structure, but the name is bearing fragment. So I don't want the name to bear fragment. I want it to bear the name of the compound. But it's not showing the name of the compound. What should I do? Let's think.
You take it back to another software.
Okay, that is why I want to try Pirates. But my Pirates is, I don't know what's happening to it now. Now, but even if you take it to another software, it will behave the same way.
No idea again.
All right. Now this is what we'll do now. It's very simple. So let's look at what to do now. It's very simple. So you see the stress now. You come back after you have finished saving your structures, all of them. You have another journey again. That journey is to rename them using Notepad. You are going to rename them using Notepad. So copy this name, or you can do it together. Yes, you can do it simultaneously. See how you can achieve it. Let me do a fresh one. I delete this one. So I copy this. I want to do for this third one and see how you can do everything simultaneously. I copy this, I paste. So as I paste, I minimize. Instead of you to wait till you are done, then you start to come again. So we just do everything at once. So if you have a good system, this thing does not even take time to just run and minimize immediately. Okay. While that is doing, this is my Pirates. So let me load in that molecule in Pirates. You see what will happen. Those ones that we have drawn. So Prof, so let's try another software. So I'm trying Pirates. So Pirates, see what Pirates will give you. 1, 2, 4. I open. Okay. So what is the name there in Pirates?
Fragments.
So now imagine you are docking 50 at a time. That means all what you are seeing is a fragment. Which of the fragments? All right, so that's what we are doing now. This one is still minimizing. I wanted to show us how to do it once, but just give it a time. I don't want us to be okay. Now it's done. So the next thing is copy the name. Copy the name. You go to File. You go to Save As. Once you go to Save As, you paste the name to replace what was there. It's already in SDF. You click on Save. So once you have saved, because you have copied the name, remember you still have the name. You come back. You now go to your download. Where is it? So this is the compound. So you must be able to identify it. So since I have copied the name, the next thing you do now to this one, right click on that compound. When you right click, go to open with. Check for Notepad. You can choose another app. If you do not see Notepad here, under open with, go to choose another app and check for Notepad. Scroll down if you see Notepad. Can you do that with me?
Yes, sir.
So did you see Notepad?
Yes.
So click on that Notepad. Once you click on the Notepad, what can you see also on this Notepad? Fragments.
Yes, fragment.
Remove that fragment, delete it. We don't want it. Paste the name, that same name. So once you paste the name, you do Control S. Control S, you have saved it. So anywhere you open this structure now, that name will open. Let's try it. Once you do Control S, you close it. So let me go to ChemDraw first. Let me go to my Pyres and open it. Let's now open it in Pyres. So I really appreciate you for being around in this training. It has been worth engaging. It has really been worth engaging. What can you see on Pyres now? What are you seeing now?
The name of the compound, the one that we copied.
So let me open it also in Discovery Studio. Let me open it also in Discovery Studio. You will see what it will tell us in Discovery Studio. Check on that name. What can you see on that name?
It's showing the name now.
Yes, the name is there.
Now, this is the best way you can model your compound. Now, you see those compounds you download in PubChem. In PubChem, at the surface, they will save it as PubChem as conformer CID 224. Then in Notepad, they will now save it with 224. So anywhere you open the structure, you'll be seeing the 224. So that was how they did it. It's a very simple thing. So this is what you shall do for all your compounds.
So
Clarification.
but obvious.
Okay.
The structure that was there, how did you bring it out? The 3D structure that was there.
In BioVer.
In BioVer, yes, sir. After clicking on the compound.
Okay, go to index. Under index,
Yes, sir.
You right click on that one, this index. Once
Yes,
I
sir.
click, you will see show in graphic view. Show in graphic view. You click on it.
Okay,
you can change the color by right clicking. You go to color, go to background, choose white, and okay. It will change to white. So
okay, sir.
That is, you can rotate it to how you want. Okay.
Yeah, clarification.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, when you used Notepad to change the name.
Yes.
After changing the name, you close the Notepad.
Yes. After you have said.
Yeah, you use Pyres to open it again. By the time you are using Pyres to open it again, were you opening the SDF format again or from the Notepad?
No. The Notepad just changed the name. So you see that SDF format.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. But the compound now, it will not show the CID the way we add it in PubChem, right?
Yes, because PubChem save their own with CID. That CID is just an identity based on the database. So if I create my own database, I will give it my own index.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello,
so that means I'm coming. If you're working with these compounds now, it will not have CID number. Yes.
And we are going to use the name strictly.
The name, good. Yes. Use the name.
All right. Thank you.
So what this means is that for all the 5,000 compounds, we are going to change the name manually.
Voila.
Sorry. That is what it implies, sir.
No 2 ways to it.
No 2 ways to escape. There's only one way, which is this way.
I have a question with regards to
Yes.
this thing. Uh, like for instance, if I were to generate the name of the structure as well as its corresponding smile, can I put those smile structure, I mean smile's name and the structure's name inside the Excel? And then from the Excel file, I can now import it into data rule so that data rule will generate the structure to from PD solution. And then from that, I now import it back to Open Babel.
Okay. Now, even without you putting the smile code, once you take this structure now to Data Warrior, it will generate the smile code immediately.
No name.
Okay. Now, you don't need to generate smile code there, just with the name. With that name,
Oh,
once you take the structure you saved with the name, once you upload it to your Data Warrior, it will generate the smile code. Let me do that with Open Babel. Let me show you with Open Babel. That is why I said there's no need of we generating smile code, because some of these tools can help us to convert the structures to their smile code. So I'm opening Open Babel. Let me see if my Open Babel can be able to convert those structures to smile code. And it will do that. So once it's done, no need for us to, because if you save as smile code, where do you want to save the smile code? As part of the name together or inside the notepad? So it will get to be confusing. So we have the training coming forth by next week. That is a chemoinformatics. Our vision is to train scientists on how to build personalized database for themselves. So I will encourage you all to spread that training on chemoinformatics. Though the advert came too sudden, but let's see what we can do. It's starting the 4th to 5th of February. Now this is Open Babel. Let me see if we can do that conversion. Now it's already in SDF as input. My output is already in smile code. So let me take up those three structures we have modeled. 3 of them. I open this 3 structure. Then maybe let me save new structure smile, smile code. Then I convert. So this is what happened. It still converted them to smile code.
Yes.
So I can.
What do we need it for?
The smile code.
Since we have the name already, so I didn't think maybe for further identification.
Except you are now going
for the sake of docking, majorly we need the name.
Yes, for the sake of docking, I need the name. Why? For the sake of your ADMET screening now, you need the smile code.
Exactly. Yes, for screening. Yes, for screening.
So that is why don't stress yourself while you are drawing. Don't stress yourself with smiles. Just focus on the name. Then whenever you want to further with it, use your Open Babel, convert it to smiles, and work with the smiles.
Okay, sir. Sir, please, after minimizing those structures in Chem 3D, is there needs to minimize in Pyrex again?
Pyrex, that is the job. They have told Pyrex before you do your docking, still minimize. So Pyrex will still minimize its own, but the difference will not be much again.
Okay, sir.
So you must minimize the Pyrex.
Please,
Okay.
I can't see Chem 3D. Please, so.
Hey.
Comes with the software now, the ChemDraw now.
Yes, just go to your Windows search and type Chem 3D together. from your
I've
Windows
done that.
set.
I've done that. I didn't even see it there.
How do you used to hey, what will I do now? It's strange.
There was a problem during installation. No?
Yes, uh the
Can I
only thing that
can I reinstall?
yeah, you can install, yes. So try
I'll do that and get back to you.
okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank
So
you, sir.
yeah, the training has been a wonderful one. I really want to okay, let me take your questions before I drop my congratulatory message and we close. Yeah, any question?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Please, I will need your assistance, and I wouldn't know if you grant me a chance to private chat you tomorrow. There is one research I want to embark upon. I want you to guide me on certain things.
Okay. If I can do it, I will try my best.
I know you can, sir.
Okay.
I will private chat you tomorrow.
Okay, if your instinct is saying I can't, no problem.
Yes, he's saying so.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, the class was so easy, no more step. So in summary, draw. When you have your lead, your heat, develop up to 10 different patterns, then develop 5 stream, finish. So if you still have issue, you get back to me. I will try to respond. So let's agree. Let's agree. When do you want to submit the assignment, the project?
For 5,000 compounds?
Yes, 5,000, definitely.
Let's people talk.
In fact, please, let me, before you thought, please, let me, before you thought, please just pay attention, please. When we do free training, like our free workshops, we give participants the option of choosing certificate of participation, then or certificate of completion if they want to do the mini project. But when we do paid training, we compare our participants to do the project, and we don't call it mini project, it's a full project. We compare them to do it because they paid for it, so they paid to do the project. That means the 5,000 you paid to do this 5,000 compounds. Now there is no room for okay, just give me certificate of participation. We don't do it for paid training. We only give that room for free workshops. So because you paid for it, we want you to do what you paid for. That is Hendeb principle. So kindly choose when it's favorable for you. Some of you might choose next 2 years, no problem. We'll keep your certificate till next 2 years.
Dr. Henry will not kill somebody. 1,000 compounds per week. That's 5 weeks.
That's 5 weeks.
Okay, 5 weeks. That is our opinion.
Oh God.
At the rate of 1,000 compounds
per week.
I think the rate limiting step here is the manual aspect of it, and that's what's going to really take time.
That is it, sir.
Yeah, that's going to be the.
And I don't think if there is what, let me not say, I will do some findings if there are recent softwares that can draw. Yes, AI can do that for us instantly.
So using reinvent library in Python.
Yes, yes. You
And
can do.
and for some of us who can't even access Chem 3D yet, I'm still going to have to be trying to get the right software.
Just update your window and try.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
get
just
somebody
try.
to help me.
Yes.
Or maybe you will
Uh
send the link to her.
no, she has it already.
Okay.
Yes, I have the link. It told me that I'll need something 2.0, and Dr. Henry even sent the solution. But when I applied the solution, it was still asking for something else. So I'll
Okay,
sort it
it's
out. I'll get somebody to help me.
no problem. So do we say in 5 weeks time?
I was joking, 5 weeks, K.
Dr.
No,
Henry, I want
I was just joking.
I want to make a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
I think this assignment, the objective is for us to be able to know how to do lead optimization.
Yes.
I guess that is the major objective.
Yes.
Yeah. What if you just do the lead optimization and generate the 5,000 compounds and submit that without having to load it into Pyrex?
No. Don't load to Pyrex. We're not having Pyrex issue. We're not going to Pyrex. We're only doing the optimizations and the naming. Simple.
The naming by
3D. Here, yes, by notepad.
Can you excuse, since I mean that is just a matter of that is a basic computer skill that everybody has. So if the objective is not to assess us whether we can do that, can we plead that we should just generate those we should just do that lead optimization and generate the 5,000 compounds?
Okay. So let me say generate them, optimize in 3D and save with their name, then exclude the notepad part, right?
Fine. Yeah, fine. We'll save it in the SDF format, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. It's becoming flexible, but I still know that some of us would like to go extra mile, but that is on their own, on their own accord.
The reason is that majority of us have, other trainings, as Prof said, that we are doing. We have we have the students that we are taking. We have other things that we are doing. So it's only going to compete. It's only going to compete with other things. So if you can give us that message, we'll appreciate that.
Yeah. So I have approved. So on this opinion, when are we expecting to get it? Just feel free. Anytime you give us, we'll take it.
Sorry, I didn't get what he was suggesting. The network did not let me hear. So please,
All right.
can you?
He said that
I did.
It's very easy for us to draw, copy to 3D, and save as SDF. He said it's very easy for us to draw, copy to 3D, and save as SDF. But it becomes stressful a bit when we now go to Notepad for each of them. Now, we should try and exclude the Notepad aspects. So, I approve. The Notepad aspect is off. It now depends on individual. If you want to do the Notepad aspect, no problem. But generally, we now exclude the Notepad, going through Notepad. So, on that note, when do you think you can finish it up, even without the Notepad? Everywhere is quiet.
Very quiet.
Please say anything again.
Nobody wants to say anything that way.
I still
3 months.
Daniel, 3 months. Maybe, do you know, you don't want to use your certificate. Do you know that I've realized that some of us usually go for training for certificate. there, there is somebody, sorry to say it. Somebody came to my DM. This person did not attended our training, no. But I don't know how he managed to pay the 2,000. Then came to my game and said, sir, I've made the payment for 2,000. Can I get certificates? I checked. This person did not attend the training. The person did not register for the.
Yeah.
The person did not register. The name is not on our dashboard. I was telling him, I don't know what you think. Like, we are selling certificates. You did not partake in the training. You want me to give you certificates? So that is to see how people place demand on paper.
Hello, hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question with regards to using Chem 3D.
Okay.
When you press on calculations and under MM2, you see molecular dynamics and other stuff. So you didn't say anything pertaining them.
Okay. No, it cannot perform dynamics. It's not. All those things those other ones are just for formality sake. It cannot perform dynamics. Okay, please, we have to decide. So we'll call it a night.
When is the agreed time?
Okay, I'm giving you a month.
Okay, so through your email, I will send them to you work through your email.
Yes. I will drop. So I will drop the guideline as we usually do. I will drop the guideline. I will drop this guide, this today's training guide. Then just the guide. We know how to generate the permutation. So I will just drop the guide. The guide will help you. Then all right. So we have two project defense now in 1 month time. We have for those on macrognosy, the defense is 1 month after next week. Those on this beginner's course, their defense is 1 month time after today. By next week Saturday, we have a defense on molecular modeling, which some persons have. So while the next week training on chemoinformatics, once we finish that one too, it goes with its own mini project. You know, the mini project for our free workshop is optional. So it's optional, but our paid training is compulsory. It's compulsory because you paid for it. It's part of what you paid for. Like you paid us to stress you. Yes.
But if my heat compound is from plant source, do you think I should still go ahead and carry out optimization? Since you say we can take any of our previous dosing studies.
Yes, compound. You can. Yes, you can now. But now your objective now will not be for synthesis. Yes. Because you are now optimizing your natural product for synthesis, no more for formulation.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to make a plea. I want to see a way we can collaborate for synthesis. So if you have contact, I have a contact in Brazil. If you have contacts, let's see how we can collaborate for synthesis. Let's see, please. I want to form that team for synthesis. We need to achieve our synthesis this year. we'll just achieve it. But before we do that, before we do our synthesis, it means that we have conducted a lot of in-silico studies, a lot of biological activities on that compound before we can waste our money in doing synthesis. So, nevertheless, I appreciate all of you present. I want to say thank you for registering in this beginners training. I don't know, but I'm still thinking if hope it was not a waste. I don't know if it was useful, but I think it is to some extent, but I don't know. It's participants that can testify if it was worth engaging.
Very, very worth it.
Okay. Me, I don't know. I was thinking.
It's worth it, sir.
Very
Okay.
wonderful, sir. Very wonderful. Very, very wonderful. We are so happy, sir.
It's a good program.
Okay.
That one has been waiting for all this while.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for believing in Hendeb. We are still growing and we'll get to somewhere. Once we're able to collaborate with some companies for synthesis, that is, at that point, I can beat my chest that we have done something, because all these things we are doing will not end on paper. Definitely will not end on paper. God will help us. It will not end on paper.
Amen.
Amen.
It will not. It will only end in metrics. It's not end in metrics. It's not end in H index. It will not end in H index.
But please, I want to plead for something.
Yes.
I want to plead for something. Please, the materials that you give us, you always say that you remove it after some time. But these things, we need to go back to them to rehearse and remember. If you can leave them for us for a good time, because after a class now, somebody may forget. You have to go back and rehearse.
See what we do, See what we do. For free workshop, free of charge. After 1 month, we withdraw your access. But for paid training, you paid for it. So you have access till you are tired. Then,
okay.
But I will advise you, I always give that access for download. Initially, we wanted to withdraw the access for download, but we had a meeting with my team. We said, let us give them access to download, so you can easily download. I have somebody. She takes her time to download all the videos in her phone. So right now she has over 30 videos of our training.
Give her my number to send them to me.
You can download it now, because if she send it to you, you will download it.
I noticed that some of them are links. Some downloads are links. You still need. If they're not videos, they are links. Abi.
When you open the video, they are downloadable.
Yes, we have made them downloadable. When you open the video, you see download.
Open the link and download the video to your own system.
Yes.
The downloads are links. They are not. Okay, maybe I'm mixing it up with another one.
Yeah, just right. All our videos are downloadable. We made it easier for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
So you can download it and share to your friends. They will collect money from them.
Is that ethical?
You can download and share to your friends.
Is that ethical? Dr. Henry, I have another question. The free video, the free trainings. After 1 month, if somebody wants to pay to keep access, is it okay?
Okay, we have not thought of that. We have not thought of giving access for free trainings. Okay, it's possible. Money can do all things now.
You the first piece. Okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
I will
Think about it.
think about it, and then I will know how much, like 30,000 or 50,000 for lifetime.
Wow. Hey,
Dr.
Yeah.
Henry,
Dr.
Hey,
Henry. Ah,
is
please,
that not much?
no. I'm just kidding.
we
But
know.
but
Thank you.
but suppose the
Okay.
pre-training, it's like you normally request that should anyone interested in the recording to pay 2,000 naira. What does that mean?
Yeah. What?
I said for your previous training that I ran for Green,
Yes.
you normally ask that should anyone interested in the recordings and the reading materials should spend like 2,000 naira. So in that
Okay.
instant, what does that mean? Do we still have the lifetime access to those recordings and the softwares that we pay for?
Yes. Like once you on paid training, you have long access. But if you're on free training and you made that token of 2,000, now that token of 2,000 does not still implies long time access. But that token of 2,000 is to give you access to the material and video. So not everybody in the paid training has access to the material and video. But those who made that commitment fee will now be given the access to the material, video, and certificate for 1 month. Yeah, that was what she's saying. For 1 month. So after that 1 month, you may not have that access again because it's a free training. The money you made was just a commitment fee to process the videos and material. But for this one that you paid, all the fees are included. So we'll give you long time access till when God says, "My brother, leave this earth." Uh-huh.
Thank
That
you
is
so
it.
much. Oh, thank you. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
thank
Thank you.
you, thank you. Some
Wow.
of us are in the Oloka. Some of us need to attend Oloka tomorrow. So so I have to go now and rest against tomorrow's church service for those who will go to church tomorrow.
Actually, sir. So I
All
saw
right.
you are about to conduct a training on nanoparticles modeling.
Yes, it is a part of our it is a part of our schedule.
Okay, I
Whenever
saw
that
it
time
in
comes,
your folder.
I will publish it. So register for next month to come with Martis. Share it to everyone. Let them join. It will be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Dr. Henry.
How about green
Yes.
chemistry? When is it
Are you now
kicking in?
saying the app we got from you through the free training won't work anymore after a month?
No. Once you have installed the app, it is there in your system.
Okay. All right, sir.
We only withdraw the access,
Okay,
like
sir.
the normal folder, the drive.
Okay, sir.
Yes, somebody asked for green chemistry. Green chemistry is starting 10th of February. 10th of February is a novel area in green chemistry where we are using in-silico tools. The first time, I think no paper has been done on that area, so it's an opportunity for us to explore. Irrespective of your research discipline, green chemistry covers all those areas. So while you receive your monthly salary, as some of us will be expecting it, make budget for green chemistry.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
The
The
training we will get there, will you give us enough information to publish a paper?
Of course, yes. Like all our monthly training, I told those our monthly training is the criteria is you must give yourself a manuscript. You must have a manuscript for our monthly training. No manuscript, no certificates. You must have a full manuscript for all monthly training so that you enjoy the stress. So you have a paper you develop for publication.
Okay, so is the flyer for green chemistry training. It's like
Yes,
you listed different areas like in
yes,
energy, in fuel, and what have you. Do you mean
yes.
we are going to treat all these
We
areas?
cover that area. Those areas will form the module. Those areas will form the module for the training, for the 1 month training.
No.
Yes.
Will there be a hands-on training, hands-on whatever for each of them, practical for each of them,
All,
or each of the
all our
areas?
yes, all our trainings are hands-on. Even free trainings are hands-on. In fact, it just remaining webinar to be hands-on.
Okay.
Yes, all trainings are hands-on. I appreciate you all once again. You are the best, best. In fact, you are the reason why Hendeb is still standing, and we hope to us to collaborate with your institution. I'm waiting to have a meeting with some of you. Want to host this free training in your school. So if you can help us, please. Like I have some persons now in David Umahi. Yeah. So I'm planning to have a meeting with them. I have some persons in Fountain University. I'm planning to have a meeting with them this week. Want to see how we can come to your school. We must not come physical, but we need people in your school. Like Professor Rotimi is here. He can help collaborate in OAU. Where you organize, you do the publicity. You look for a hall. You look for a hall. You pick like 2 days. You provide generator and projector. My job is to do online. We'll do it online. You won't pay for it. So they won't pay for it, but you know how to now source for the generator and the generator and the projector for yourselves. Then you mobilize staffs and students for it. We'll choose a day, hands-on training in different institutions. It's part of our goal for this year. We have already booked February. In February, we are seeing how we can visit Unibank. We are going to Unibank by February, and by next month, Unibank and Chukwemeka Odumedu Ojukwu University, Anambra State. So let's collaborate with your school. You won't pay for it. You won't pay for it. Just
Dr. Harry, which town are you? Which town?
I'm in Owerri. I'm in Imo State.
Okay, okay, okay.
So we
Okay,
can
but
do
the
that.
training will be online, or are you coming
Yes.
down to the place?
No. Online.
Okay.
So that's what there might be a projector for the visibility. So we will be here and run it 2 days for each school, 2 days. So we want to say thank you and
Okay, don't you think it would be better maybe you raise a proposal for that, so that people that are interested can give to the maybe to the school management, so
yes.
that
So
it can be approved.
yes. So those interested
Like
should just those interested now should
as
let
it
us
is, I
know.
think I'm interested, David Umahi.
Okay. Now you might
So maybe
you
we
might
can.
do it like maybe you might do it on departmental level, or you do it at maybe the entire school level that will need the approval from the school board. But if you want to do it at departmental level, then you just need it will not be a program of the department. Or if you have research centers, if you have research center, research institutes, it might also be something that research center is hosting, organizing for the school or for the students. So it can be in that form. But nevertheless, you just tell us, they will raise a proposal. Last week, we sent a proposal to Trinity University in Lagos, and we are waiting for the approval. So we can give you that proposal, you submit.
Okay. It will be. Will it be a 1 day thing?
No, 2 days. 2 days.
Okay, 2 days.
1 day. 1 day is not enough for hands-on. At least, if you want to expose something, expose them to a knowledge that they will gain, and have something to go home with. 2 days is okay.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
But do you mean under ideal condition or under favorable conditions? A graduate of chemistry or biochemistry from level 1 up to level 4 can have something like what we have in this 3 days training, because you call the training as a beginner's course on computational chemistry.
I didn't get that clear.
Yeah. Are you getting me? Are you listening now?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said under ideal conditions or standard conditions. Do you mean a graduate of chemistry or biochemistry can have something like this, that is, can have experience in using these tools that we have been introduced to in these 3 days? Because from the name you say it's beginner's course for computational chemistry.
Yes. Yes. It's possible now. If a fresh graduate can grab something, but you can't grab everything, because it's like the more you go, the deeper it becomes. So, but the basic, because it's beginner, the beginner stage, is what we are after to give to you. Then you can build upon it. So a graduate in chemistry biochemistry can grab a lot of things from beginner's course. Beginner's course comes every month, every last week of every month. We have beginners training every last week. Like, we are planning for February last week now, another beginners training. So it's giving you the foundational knowledge in each of these areas.
Okay, so what I mean is that in our current curriculum, university curriculum,
yes,
I don't see if we have computational chemistry as part of chemistry courses.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. We don't. We don't. But some schools now is using new curriculum like the CCMAS. And in that CCMAS, there is now intro to computational chemistry at level 2 or level 300 in chemistry.
And all
like
these
in my
schools
school, we are using cheminformatics.
Okay, you see.
Right.
Then
Fountain University, we are doing cheminformatics and even bioinformatics.
Yes, in some schools
That's one
now,
of the courses.
the biochemistry department does bioinformatics either at 300 or 400 level.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But that is theoretical based or it's hands-on.
Yes, it's mostly theoretical. Most times, the person handling it is talking what is in the textbook. So that is the problem.
So also the chemistry, because I hardly see any graduate of chemistry that can talk about molecular dating.
No, they don't. They don't. Let me end by saying this. It's very funny. You know, some of our lecturers, they program what they want to teach. Like, they just program their mind that this is what they will teach. So if you ask them any question above beyond it, it's not in their program. So
it is not the assignment.
It's not the assignment.
Dr. Henry. Yeah, Dr. Henry, I have a what's it called, something to suggest. I mean, as we are discussing here, we are treating it, trivially, but it's something that is very, very important. I mean, if you go to international conferences today in biological sciences, nobody wants to talk to you if you are not talking at the molecular level.
That is
in fact, there are certain journals that will tell you that, look, if you don't, especially when you talk about herbal preparation, if you don't tell us the compound, if you don't characterize the compound, right, don't bring your paper to us. And how many of us in Nigeria or how many universities have scientists that is working at that level? And as I said, when I was talking yesterday, these are things that I had in mind that made me see what I was saying. And this work that you are doing, and as I said, the good thing is that the young ones amongst us, are predominant here. And by the time this thing starts crystallizing in their mind, it will begin to change the face of research in herbal medicine and in biological research, and even chemistry research, generally in Nigeria. And one thing that is missing now, a huge gap, is our curriculum that you have just talked about. And I don't know, I know there is a guy that's also this genoma guy, that is also preaching the crusade of bioinformatics as we are doing for chemoinformatics. I don't know if there is any way that we can get this crusade to the policymakers so that at least we can start gradually making it a strong component of our curriculum in the university. That is number one. Number two, in Nigeria today, I think it is only Covenant University that has a structured program for a course in bioinformatics. There is none for chemoinformatics in terms of a degree. So again, if we continue to just laugh over it, and these people that have these skills fade out, that gap will continue to be there. And meanwhile, the guys that are moving forward are not waiting for anybody. And we continue to do our research at the mediocre level. And again, the Nigerian universities will continue to suffer neglect when we are talking about world ranking of universities. So I'm giving up as a challenge today, as crusaders, as a major crusader of chemoinformatics, to rally around with other people that have this skill, in computational biology, computational chemistry, to see how we can push this crusade to the policymakers so that we can actually have an impact, on the world research stage.
Yes. Now, just to add to that, I am one of the facilitators in Genomag. I facilitate most of their chemoinformatics training, and Oluwaseyi is my very good friend. He's my very, very good friend. So we have been discussing a lot on that. Even Hellis Biogene, both of them are still at Obumosho. Hellis Biogene too is doing a lot of job, mostly on the aspect of vaccine development, because Kolawole is a professor now. He's an associate professor in vaccinology, those molecular biology stuff. So we will see how some of these things can come together. But the problem now we have is that some of these biotech institutes, some of them now are after the money, like they after training students for the money, because they see it as a business. It's a business.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you bring this idea to them, that is not their business. They see it as there is money in this field. So let us, we that know you, let us grab money from them. So, but I will still keep my passion is let's get our institution flooded with these tools. Let's get it flooded. That is what. If I can get it flooded, then we will now look at something else. So that when you mention docking, everybody will knows what is. Even if an student, you see all our projects. This thing too is a problem. In some schools close to me, some students will come for project topics. I will give them in-silico topics. Their supervisor will say, you cannot do this thing, it's expensive. Choose another topic. You cannot do it in Nigeria. I will imagine. Shane, let me give you, let me know how to do it for you. Go ahead. It will be cheaper. Do you know that in my schools here, schools around me, I subsidize research work on in-silico just to make sure that it creeps in into the academic system so that they will start buying the idea. But yet, some lecturers will say, this thing is not your level. You have not known what you're supposed to know. Like for those in microbiology, they will say you have not known the isolation and the identification. You want to start entering in silico. These are the challenges we face, but we'll keep reaching it.
Maybe the
Okay.
undergraduates can do the lab work, and then at master's level they can move to in silico, so that at least they have the practical experience.
That is it. But even that lab work, they don't even know it. So it's a problem, Sha.
Yeah,
So,
in short talk, what I found out about this, what you are saying, no, we don't have much people teaching that knows this computational chemistry very well in Nigeria. So because of that, if they can maybe, if the schools can accept maybe to incorporate you guys and know it, I think because in CCMAS now they already gave, the AUC have already given a leverage now, 70%, 30% from the institution. So at least that 30% from the institution, they can put things like computational chemistry. If they can see people that can teach it very well.
wow. So if NUC now has given leverage to the institution to include
Yes, they
their
did.
own, yes. So
Yeah.
what cost would the institution now include?
Things like computational chemistry now, all these bioinformatics, whatever, all these in
Let's pray.
silico.
Let's pray.
Computational biology.
Yes,
All you
Let's
chemistry people self.
let's pray. Let's pray the thing towards that direction
because
and
most
bring
times
in
when you
tech.
see the kind of paper we write here in Nigeria and see the ones they write abroad, you'll be like, these people, where are they? Are they really in this world? You
Only the
marvel.
topic self. Only the topic you
So, but our own
only the
will
topic
just
you get
be
afraid.
what the topic they've been doing since 50 years ago. They will still, recycling it and.
Our own is
But
phytochemical and
when you heavy metal,
phytochemical and everything.
Plasmid and antimicrobial.
Sir,
I
but you
beg.
sir,
see other
It's not
works
our
from
fault.
from
It's
from.
not our fault.
sir,
So
sir,
whose
from
fault?
my little,
Whose
sir,
fault?
from my little
You can only
experience,
use what you have now.
That
You
is
can
Adela,
only
why
use what you have.
I
If you don't have
Adela will
access,
say Adela will say effect of leaf extract on albino rats.
which particular leaf extract now? You have to at least. It's what you have that you use. If you don't have access to a high level lab, you can't do some type of research. You have to use what you have. If not,
See,
and then if you get grants, you can now go to standard labs to do your work.
our institution have the money. Some professors they will take grants, they will pocket it. Our
The
institution
good
have
thing,
what
the good thing about in silico, computational biology, bioinformatics, computational chemistry, is that you don't need elaborate money to do it.
And we can
yes.
compete.
It's
We
about
can compete
it's about knowledge.
globally. Yes.
Yeah, it's
And
about
we can
knowledge.
compete. And we can
And
compete
again,
globally.
and again, it also helps you to fine-tune your research. Let's say, for example, you want to work on a plant that you are interested in. Instead of you going to the lab, I mean, Dr. Henry has said all of this, to start, wasting your time doing characterization de novo. With all these tools, you can narrow it down. And by the time you are going to research, you are already focused. You are here now, almost 11 o'clock, learning. How many of our colleagues, even at the senior level, are ready to do that? You are a professor. I'm also in the professor at the professorial cadre. I'm also learning.
It's
But how
Dr.
many?
Harry that is calling me professor. I'm not a professor yet, too.
So how many of us? are ready to do that. And people are also not ready to give up the status quo. But again, the good thing is that as Dr. Henry has said, we should keep on the enlightenment to grow, especially for the sake of the young ones. Our generation missed this opportunity, right? And it will not be nice, and that's why we are lagging behind. We all agree that today our research in this part of the world cannot be compared with what is available in normal times.
That is what this training is addressing, sir. This training is addressing that we can't compete at that level. At the in-silico level, we can compete with we can compete with anybody globally because we don't need any particular lab. At this in-silico level, the input, the kind of output of our work can compete at any level globally.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's response to what the lady said, that we keep doing mediocre things that were done 50 years ago. That's because we need labs. But with this in silico work, we don't need any lab. We just need our brains, and we can compete with them in the developed world. We can in silico work. We can compete with them at any level. So that's a good part.
Hello, sir.
Me,
Sir, what I would
I'm
like
already
to add,
I'm already
sir,
about sleeping.
okay, so what I would like to add on in this argument is that, sir, actually, I spoke to many lecturers, especially those from biochemistry, biology. So actually, they are not helping matters at all because they are not ready to marriage this computational science into their research. So can you imagine people who are in biology department, biochemistry department, they don't even have, some of them they don't even have basic computer skills. Not what I was saying that they should integrate computational tools in their research. So I think that this has been the challenges we are having. Some of the lecturers are not ready to accept computational science in their research.
We'll force them.
Thank you, sir. I support in that aspect. For instance, now I was exposed to this in silico study last year, July, at Teddy Science in this area, Akure, Futa. So, and after that, I've been attending training because I'm doing my master's presently, molecular biology aspect. So, I attended training, Ellis Bowden, this is also Professor Elijah, then other training as well, Genomax. We were given free software, everything. So, and I was called to come and supervise some students in one federal poly. So, like about 33 students. So later, I gave some of them in silico study. So the day they were presenting, I was unable to go. I was busy in my university here. So the student called me that, Oga, that was an issue. A lecturer challenged me that, how will you use computer for project? Don't you enter lab at all? But I said, you enter lab now. You did characterization, we did extraction, and we run GCMS analysis. Then I just sent your own. We did in vitro analysis, in vitro anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, anti-sarogenic. Then we also did in vivo. Basically on diabetes, we use experimental animal study. Then I also gave some in silico. We just perform the normal. I use a Schrodinger, Pyrex. Then we just perform this molecular docking. We only being an HND students. I only extracted this docking score and 2D interaction. I didn't even run 3D, and I did admit as well. So you got the very nice presentation. Later I was like, how come? How we use this computer for project without entering lab? I have to call the lecturer and I break down everything to him. The man said, Abi, I'm very, very sorry. I will call you next year for my project right as well. So we need to be exposing them as well, even some of the lecturers. And I also attended a workshop, OAU, December. They were asking for my research area, and I tell them. I added the bioinformatics and in silico study as well. The one said, that in silico study, you can't beg. Computer aided drug design is not reliable, no wet lab. I said, we do all these things
They are
together with
old.
like,
They
wet
are
lab.
old.
Exactly.
They are old.
I said we do all these things together. We just to compare, to save time, save money. I break everything down to them. So I was wondering that in this era, so we need to keep on enlightening them. I'm very sure before coming here, there will be an improvement. There
Yeah,
will be
that
an
will be.
improvement.
Yes.
That will be. A class of 2 hours has lasted for close to 3 hours. Never
Yeah.
I've reinstalled my Chem 3D. I got it now.
Glory be to God. Shout praise the Lord.
So I think you
Remaining
should.
me.
I think you should set aside like another time for 2 hours to discuss this issue and come out with solutions.
Yes, we shall do that on our webinar next. In fact, our webinar this February will not be one person talking. It will just be like we raise a topic and we discuss. All right.
All right.
Actually.
It will not be like a lecture where you come and teach. It will be discussion this February. So raise the topic and we discuss. Not just discussing and keep it. We discuss and enforce the conclusion we get at the end. So it's as if we are now one family. We put ourselves. So all of you are Hendeb. So Hendeb is now you are.
Actually.
Thank you.
All right. A very good night to you all.
Good night, sir. Good night, everybody.
Thank you so
Good
much,
night.
sir.
Thank
Good
you.
night, sir.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Before I go back to you, I will get back to you because
Good night.
I was just following the program, but I was unable to do anything because I am having issue with the installation. But I think
Okay.
I will get back to you.
Yeah. Let me say, Isha Allah, I will help you.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Good night,
Uh,
everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.